We must secure this position before the winter. The supply lines are too exposed.
But sir, the terrain makes it nearly impossible.
Deep beneath the earth, the tunnel boring machine pushes forward, a symbol of unstoppable progress.
They're pushing through the Zelenograd sector faster than anticipated. We have to reroute the Third Fleet now, or we lose the flank.
After months in the darkness, the TBM finally achieves daylight, unstoppable in its advance.
Push her harder, lads! More steam on the drill! We're breaking through!
The ground was unstable. Water-bearing rock fought back. Every move depended on millimeter-level precision.
Water had to be controlled, or the tunnel would drown.
Thousands worked underground, pushing past human limits.
Day and night, the drilling never stopped.
One mistake here could cost lives.
The final breakthrough was approaching. For the first time, the tunnels touched. Slowly, the distance between nations disappeared.
Rails were laid where the sea once ruled.
Every risk had a backup, and then another. Fresh air became a matter of survival.
Power systems turned darkness into control.
The tunnel had to be sealed, piece by piece.
Nothing moved until everything was tested.
The rock itself carried water.
Above this tunnel, millions of tons of sea pressed down.
One collapse could end everything!
Machines were pushed beyond their limits. Water was never far away. Pressure had to be balanced perfectly. Every meter had to be secured instantly. Mud turned progress into a fight. The work never stopped.
There was no room for error.
Every stop underground was dangerous. Pumps fought the sea constantly.
Human endurance was tested daily.
Machines needed care, deep below the sea. Care became as important as progress. The ground never behaved the same twice.
Even seals could fail without warning.
The tunnel was watched every second.
Every meter had to be secured instantly.
The hardest ground came at the end.
A path beneath the sea finally existed.
At this depth, perfection was mandatory.
Balance was the difference between progress and disaster.
Look out! It's collapsing! Even after progress, danger always returned.
Every second without reinforcement was a risk.
Above, the sea never stopped moving. Below, the tunnel had to survive.
The ground never followed the plan.
Slowly, chaos turned into control. No one spoke until the tunnel was complete.
Machines drilled the tunnel. Humans endured it.
Only meters remained after decades of effort. One mistake now would destroy years of work.
Stopping here was not an option.
Only meters remained after generations of failure.
Even at the end, the sea fought back.
Stopping here was not an option.
Even at the end, the sea fought back.
One mistake now would destroy years of work. Only meters remained after generations of failure.
The final ground was the hardest of all.
The first sign of connection appeared.
A tunnel now existed beneath the ocean.
No celebration yet, just disbelief. Two ends of the impossible finally met. After centuries of effort, the tunnel broke through.
Before trust, there had to be proof.
The sea was kept outside permanently.
The pressure finally held.
What was once imagined, now stretched for miles. Beneath the sea, something permanent was built.
After years of noise, silence arrived.
Above, the sea continued. Below, the tunnel endured. Human hands built something larger than themselves. The impossible was no longer a theory. Time would now test the tunnel. Even after completion, the ground is never trusted. Small cracks are treated as serious threats. Water is always watching for a way back in.
Air, heat, and pressure must stay balanced forever.
Tides rise and fall. Pressure never rests.
Every failure scenario is rehearsed.
Surviving the sea was the real achievement.
The sea never stopped. The tunnel never moved.
Maintenance is the price of permanence.
This tunnel was built to last longer than its builders. Salt from the sea is a slow, invisible enemy. Even distant movement in the earth is tracked.
Seals are pushed harder than real conditions.
Airflow is engineered for worst-case survival.
fire underground leaves no margin for delay.
Fatigue builds silently over time.
Every meter includes a way out. Technology works, but humans remain essential. The tunnel doesn't rest. It resists. Floods are rehearsed before they happen.
The tunnel was tested beyond real-world limits.
Yep. Inspection confirms completely dry tunnel walls, no moisture detected.
Storms passed. The tunnel remained.
This is the deepest point beneath the sea.
Nothing here relies on a single line of defense.
Time tested what pressure could not. Time tested what pressure could not.
Even without humans, the tunnel stands. The scale of this construction defies imagination. Impossible only means unattempted. Beneath the sea, something permanent was built. Speed increased, confidence followed.
Trust in the tunnel was earned.
The first run carried no passengers, only risk.
Nothing moved until everything was tested.
The first run carried no passengers, only risk. Speed increased, confidence followed.
Trust in the tunnel was earned.
What began as an impossible idea became everyday reality. For the first time, people trusted the tunnel with their lives.
The journey began beneath the sea.
Deep underground, everything felt normal.
Constant maintenance keeps the impossible safe. Constant maintenance keeps the impossible safe.
The tunnel never sleeps.
Two nations became neighbors underground.
Goods, people, and economies began to flow freely.
What once failed for centuries became a permanent link.
The tunnel never sleeps.
Constant maintenance keeps the impossible safe. Two nations became neighbors underground. Goods, people, and economies began to flow freely.